Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the technical trader at thetechtrader.com. It's Tuesday, the 26th of September, a nasty day on Wall Street. As you can see, down, flag and down, a massive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave decline with a breakaway gap to the downside. Ending with big losses for the day. The Dow was down 388, the S&P 64, NDX 223, and you can see it wasn't a pretty day at all. And the technicals weren't as bad as you might think, but it still was a very nasty day, and we'll see what happens. But there was always stocks that are looking interesting or intriguing. Here's a 10 of them or so. Take a look at APLT, which popped in April, popped again in August, double topped, and then broke through. After pulling back and testing, today it snapped back from 201 to 270, finished up 34 cents or 17%. Not a lot. It's a cheap stock, but if it gets through here, this might be somewhere around $4 or $5 or more. CRDF, big pop. Some biotechs had a big day today, but you see the real strong pullback. So this is something that you got to be careful with. The base broke out, but it never held. And every time it does that, like it did here, you got to follow through to the downside. So be careful with this one. Matter of fact, it's under $2 a share, so forget about it. Hrtg, nice looking chart. Broke out of the coil today and spiked from 510 to 637 in the lousy market. Finished at 6 1/4, up almost a buck or 19%. Volume was the biggest I've seen in more than a year, so significant on a breakout day. My target's now 7 1/4 and 8 3/4. Imvt with a monster day on positive drug news, exploded from 23.5 to 41 3/4. Finished 40 1/4 to the upper end of the range, a 20% gain, nearly a up 1997. A 98% gain, and it closed near the upper end of the range. Augurs well from extension on this one too. Keep an eye out for high 40s. IONS broke out of a base and spiked up from 42 to 46.5, finished 46 1/4, up 361 and 8.5% gain. Volume was solid at 2.8 million for this stock, and I now think you can see close to 50 on it short term. LFMD broke out of a large consolidation range of 3 months. We put a swing on it today. Volume was a solid 1.4 million for that stock. Good volume. You can see it pop 62 cents or almost 13%. My targets now are 6 3/4 and 8.5. We'll go from there. Roiv, one of my top picks of the year, and a spectacular day. 970 to 1283, finished 1241 up 220, a 21.5% gain. Mine was a hefty 25.4 million. And although it didn't break out above the prior high, it looks like it could, and the target 13 3/4 and 15. SLNO monster exploded today from 446 to 3030. And after hours trading just under 26. We traded that, we day traded that one beautifully today. But the move of those proportions on 53 million shares of a stock that only has 10 million shares outstanding augurs well for more extension to in the mid 30s over the next few weeks and months. And finally, TAL, Chinese educational stock, broke out of a coil and finished at the upper end of the range, up 53 cents or 7%. 7 million share traded, and it looks to me like this one could make a run at the 8.5 range, double top, and eventually get to 9.5 3/4. That's a quick look at some of the stocks at thetechtrader.com. Take care, everybody.